Now you have the African race in full effect on the planet. Now I'm gonna skip thousands of years and bring it up to date and get to up to date history. So now what you have is, let's start at 1486 BC. 1486 BC, black people was well alive and functioning on this planet fully. Now we're going to start in India. I'm going to skip Africa for a minute. In India, a group of black people or African people were exiled for actually studying, or let's just say worshiping idols. And by worshiping idols, I don't mean other multi-gods. I mean they lost the knowledge of themselves as God and themselves being one with the Creator. So they were actually exiled because they started practicing crazy things that you see like the Mayans doing. Blood sacrifice, chop your head off and roll down the stairs, all kind of crazy shit. So these were the first what you call Indians, because they come from the continent of India. That don't mean that they're an Indian. It's just a person given the name of a geographical location. White people gave them this name and it stuck with them. Because how can you have Indians in North America, but they don't live in India, they live in North America? Oh, maybe because they were exiled from India in 4086 BC and came across America and South America and began to inhabit these lands, as well as Africans who migrated from Africa and began to inhabit these lands, and then you still call them Indian. Just like I live in America, but you still call me African. So that is black people, basically, we spread across the globe, and there's more to this story of us spreading across the globe, but I'm not going to that. This is a brief cover of history. Now we go into the lost city of Atlantis. The lost city of Atlantis it sunk around 9,600 BC, and the area today known as the Bermuda Triangle, due to black people developing a high-powered crystal which pulled too much of the ocean towards it, using gravity manipulation, and it sunk itself. You can look it up. The lost city of Atlantis is an African civilization, and the Bermuda Triangle was actually caused by the pyramids that were in the lost city of Atlantis underneath the water in that specific location to this very day, still opening up a vortex due to the crystal still being active during certain times of the year. You can look this up. So now we had 9,600 BC. Now, and that's not that long ago, people. That's only about 11,000 years ago. Now let's go to another black ancient civilization, the Sumerians, who let's just say they started around 55,000 BC to 4,000 BC. The Sumerians was another black African civilization who all in their texts speak of Enki and Ninti and the Anunnaki and ancestral beings coming down. They have paintings of what you call Nibiru, which looks like another planet or Planet X, but is really the mothership. The ancient Sumerians speak of the Nibiru's cycle, which takes approximately 360 years coming back around. And this is where you get prophecy coming from, and the fallen angels are going to return, and blah, blah, blah. Now, this is in the year 5,500 BC. Sumerian civilization. Go Google them. I'm not going to go into depth, but I'm just briefly covering black history. Now, we still here. I just went from 76 trillion years ago of us manifesting ourselves, upgrading ourselves, and bringing us down to 5,500 BC, and it's still no Caucasian. It's still before the Caucasian. Now, in the year 4719 BC, a being named Yakub, who, if you go on Google, if you go on YouTube and you type in Black Guys Revealed 2015, it's a video on there that tells you everything about the Shiyuks that live under the ground and who their parents were and how they gave birth to Yakub. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but you can go watch it on YouTube. Now, Yakub was born 4719 BC. He had, let's just say, skipping his reasons why, go watch the video, you'll see. Now, Yakub is the one, his name means supplanter. He's the one who genetically manufactured the white race. Now, when he turned 33 years old, he took a group of people from what you would call Mecca today, which is by Arabia, and he took them to the island of Pelan, which in the Bible is called Patmos. In the Bible, white people have changed Yakub's name to Jacob. So Jacob in the Bible is Yakub, who created the white race, and that's why his verse is in Genesis, because Genesis in the dictionary means the origin or production or something. Yakub or Jacob is responsible for the origin and production of the white race, and I'll go into that in a minute. Now, where you get the word Satan from, Shaitan, Shayton. Shaitan is an Arabic word which means white or weak and wicked. So Shaitan was just transferred into Satan. That's why you call Satan the devil. That's why you call the white man the devil. Now, in the year 4686 BC, Yakub and his followers began to construct the white race. How did they do it? They took an albino who has zero pigmentation, and they did sexual selections. They only allow certain people to have sex with each other with the albino. And of course, when a black person and a white person has a baby, as you see today, the baby comes out lighter. So now you take that lighter baby, and then you make it have sex with another albino until it keeps becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. So what Yaqub did was he took 12-and-a-half-year-old girls, and what he did was 12 and a half is 16 shades in each of the I'm skipping my words. The black germ has 48 shades, right? Black, brown, and yellow. Each shade has 16. 16 black, 16 brown, 16 yellow. So with a 12-and-a-half-year-old girl, every 200 years, if you do 12.5 times 16, it will equal 200. So impregnating only allowing 12-and-a-half-year-old girls to get impregnated by albinos not only kept weakening the black person's gene because it kept coming out lighter and lighter, but every 200 years 16 shades of the gene will be grafted. So the first 200 years he destroyed the black gene. The next 200 years he destroyed the brown gene. Now we have 400. Then the last 600 years he was at he destroyed the yellow gene, black, brown, and yellow. Now we're at white, and this is where a white person comes from. So now we went from 4686 minus 600, 4086 BC. In 4086 BC, white people, long story short, came to Africa.